In this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to integrate First.com IDE with plugin eGit and how to use Git with Salesforce. Version controlling is very important right now because if something goes wrong and we have to know that which developer have changed the file and what was the content of the old file and all the tracking purposes, we need to use something like a subversion control. As subversion is not supported a lot, so here I'm going to explain how to use eGit. There are lots of problem in the phase, like Force.com ID itself does not support Eclipse Indigo or Eclipse Geno. At the same time, the plugin which we are going to use, eGit, only supports Eclipse Indigo and Juno. Now what to do in this case? Because plugin is not supported and Salesforce not supporting to that Salesforce, to that Eclipse. Here we have one solution. What we can do is, first we will install, actually this is the Force.com IDE. We will install Force.com IDE in Eclipse Helios, and once installation is success, then we will upgrade our Eclipse Helios to Indigo. And once our Eclipse becomes Indigo, then we can easily install eGit plugin. But you have to remember that the plugin marketplace should be Yoxos. So let's start with this. So here I am starting my Eclipse. As you can see, my Eclipse is already in Indigo version, and I exactly follow the same step. I first got Eclipse Helios, and after that I upgraded it so that it became Eclipse Indigo. So we have to go to Windows, Preferences, and then search for installation. You will see available software sites, and you can see I have added the URL of Indigo. You can get this URL from any site on the web, or this is the URL. So just add in the site list, and once you add this Indigo URL in your Eclipse Helios, and you go to help and click on the check for updates, it will automatically upgrade your old version of Eclipse to the latest Indigo. Now then once you install, we have to go to Eclipse Marketplace to install our plugin which needs actually Eclipse Indigo. So if you can see right now, I have selected the second icon at the bottom. There are the 4 icons available. So this icon is actually Yoxos. You might be asking the question why we cannot install eGit from the other marketplace. Actually I got installation problem, so here I succeeded, so that's why I'm just suggesting you to use this Yoxos and install our eGit. So as you can see, here we have eGit option, it's already installed, so that's why I'm not getting install button, but you will get install button there. Once you are able to successfully install eGit, then we can start. So right now I'm changing my perspective from Java JWE to Force.com IDE. So first let's start, let's get your project, so Salesforce project inside Eclipse. So I'm just importing my existing project, and for this demo purpose actually I'm using the Bitbucket, product of Atlassian, very branded name, and we can trust on it. So I'm just going to create it, and let's say the name of the new Git Subversion repository is let's say YouTube demo, something like that. Why I'm not using a Git? Because Git only supports free public repository as a free. On the other hand, on the Bitbucket we can use this as our private repository. So here I am selecting Git, and language is like especially for the syntaxing purpose, so I am selecting Java because Java is almost same as Apex. So here I have already created my repository inside Bitbucket. So these are the tabs available: your source, the list of all commits which you have made, all everything, I mean you can download and everything. So let's go back on overview tab, and these are all the options available here. You can invite your friend, there are lots of promos on Bitbucket. If you invite your one friend, you will get one free license and lots of other stuffs. So let's go back to our topic. So I will just go on. Sorry, I have to go on overview again, and here I will just go on get started. Then I am clicking on I'm starting from scratch. So what I'm hunting here is for actually the URL. This URL, this is very important URL which we are going to use inside our Eclipse. So copy this URL at some safe place, open your Eclipse, import your existing force.com project from Salesforce repository. So here my project name, my Salesforce username, password, and my environment is production. So I am getting all the existing code from the production and go ahead. I know, or I hope everybody already knows about this stuff. So let's be quick. Just in a fast mode, I will just get my all Apex class in the Visualforce and everything. So let's wait here. Okay, I have also written one article on the eGit. So if you go on my website and you search for the eGit, the same article I have written. So if you're not interested in a video, you can just try to open this article. And oops, I think there is some web server. Let me fix this. So now this is the article. So the same article is written here, whatever I am saying right now to you. So how to configure and everything, so you can take reference of that article also. So here I already got my project from Salesforce, and now I will configure it. So you have to right click, then go on team and click on share project. Here we have two options, CVS and Git. Option Git is coming because I have installed eGit. This prompt message will come, just ignore it. Now it will asking for you the location where you want to save the eGit project. So I'm just changing the location. On desktop I have created some folder, anything like delete this workspace. So after this demo I'm going to delete this folder. So let's use this temporarily. You have to give the name of your Git. Name can be anything. So again, let's say demo YouTube, and just finish it. Once you are done, click on finish. Now you can start the committing. So you can see there is a question mark icon here. I am going to just on team and clicking on commit. So this is going to be my first commit. So it is always recommended to add a useful help text or useful text while committing, so that the other agents or other developers should know that what was committed by you and someone else. And let's commit this. Now the best part what I like about the eGit and which makes it different from the Subversion control or SVN control is that whatever I save right now, it's saved on my local repository. I have full control that I want to save only on my local computer or I want to save it on the Bitbucket. So let's configure Bitbucket now. So I am in Git repository perspective. So just on the remote, right click add, and you can add any remote name. So my Bitbucket username is Ailo Nagpur, so I'm just entering Ailo Nagpur, and it is asking you, are you going to configure push or fetch? So push I'm going to, so just click on here add button and URL. This is the URL which I was asking. So we have to go back there, and let's change it. Go to the browser, and if you see here, let me close this. Okay, now this URL I was talking about, copy this URL and paste it here. Do not make any configuration change, just enter your password of the Bitbucket so that it can connect with your Bitbucket account. Don't forget to check this checkbox which says store in secure store, and then finish it, and we are almost there. Now we have to add the mapping, that from which folder of our local which folder it should be shared. So it's always safe to select master, and I will copy same on my remote branch. So my local branch and remote branch is master only. So configure it and save it. So everything is done. We have configured the push means you are going to save, fetch means you are going to get code submitted by you or someone else from the Bitbucket. Now right click, go on team, go on remote, and click on push. So if you click on push, whatever you saved on your local git directory, it will be pushed on the Bitbucket. So just let's confirm it that whatever we have entered is here or not. So this is my repository. I'm going on source. So here the folder is automatically created, src folder dot project, and everything is here. If you try, you can open it, and if you go on commit, it will give you the list that who has submitted, who has committed. Like here Jitendra Jha committed 2 minutes ago, all my message, and here my confirmation that it is already pushed there. So there are lots of advantage which is not possible to cover in this video tutorial, but I will show you just a small advantage that using a git. So let's say this is a file and I want to say how many agent, how many software or how many developers have changed it. I will just go on team and I will just go on show in history. So the history panel will open here, and if you can see all the name of the developers who has submitted it. So like, of course my name is here because currently I am submitted it, and there are lots of other tools also which you can use with git. In the same way, you can just right click on the remote, and this time you can create a fetch means you are going to get all the data from Bitbucket. So it's very easy. I am sure you will able to get it. So if you got any question related to this using of the git or anything, you can always come to my site and just go on contact section and just contact me. If possible, I will surely able to answer it. I will answer it. Thank you very much everyone for viewing this, and just wait for the next tutorial. Thank you very much.